Hi Scorpio, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing great today. This is going to be a bonus general reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. It's going to be covering the last best, subjective, I know, but I think it's the best weekend of the year, November 22nd to the 24th. We have Venus at 28 degrees of Sagittarius, exact conjunct Jupiter at 28 degrees Sagittarius. Yes, love it. Jupiter is at home in Sag. They love each other, and Venus is there. This is about all things expansive, having to do with anything Venusian. Love, money, travel, connections, really solid friendships, really good stuff. This is about what you've been learning about yourself and a new belief system that you've been forming, but we're all going through it, guys. If you want to know specifically where in your chart this is going to be hitting the most profoundly, look at your chart and see where you have 28 degrees of Sagittarius. If you don't have your chart, go on a free Google birth chart calculator and just look it up. You do have to know your exact birth time to get your exact rising and first house placement. But even if you put the default in for 12 p.m., you're still going to get a lot of really, really good information. And we're going to talk about what's happening with this transit. Your crowning energy is conscious connection. So Scorpio, this is a general message, and I'm going to be pulling a Celtic cross spread. I'm going to be talking about general energies having to do with relationship and career. Maybe some family issues may come in. But I do want to tell you that with the conscious connections here, I do get a very strong relationship vibe. So I do want to just front load it with that. If it doesn't resonate, guys, please don't try to make it fit, and definitely try to check out your rising sign, moon sign, and your Venus sign. The moon sign is emotions. Venus is how we do love connections and how we view money. And our rising sign has to do with our personality, how the world views us and how we view the world. Our sun sign is only our ego consciousness, not only, but it's not the only thing that we should consider. But let's talk about what's happening here, because there is going to be an increase in self-love through love and worthiness and self-value. So to have this conscious connections is really, really cool here, because this is a call for more intimacy in your immediate relationships. There's an opening for heart-to-heart communication that can absolutely salvage and restore a broken relationship or even a friendship. So if you're willing to honor your differences and look at what unites you, right, rather than anything else, because sometimes it's hard to bear those differences between one another, right? Like one person may be willing to live life in high vibration, right? Or the other one might be wanting to live more vicariously until they have the confidence to maybe step into who they're meant to be, you know? But regardless, this oracle just is bringing you guidance for you to trust in the connections that are in your life right now, and to trust and honor the value that are presented in it, but to be very honest. Because if you've asked to experience a more, how can I say this? Like connections with people that you just jive with more, who truly get you and you want to like play with in your life, right? This is a confirmation that this is manifesting. It's on its way to you right now, and you may or may not be, it may not be obvious at first to you, but kindred spirits are definitely going to be entering your life to help you connect with your deeper feelings and creativity. And people are going to be making a profound impact on your life right now. So if you have been asking for healing in your current friendships or immediate relationships of any kind, you just have to know that this can happen through your willingness to express your true feelings. And really, there's got to be honesty here, and allow the situation to either fall apart or come together according to what spirit wants. Because sometimes webs that have people joined together are broken, and that's appropriate, since people can outgrow each other, you know, in ways that once held them together. That's what it means to outgrow someone. But sometimes the ties that bind us together are so strong that they're able to withstand a lot of pressure and still remain intact. So the web of connections between us will either break or be sustained based on the resolution and the wisdom that's working in our life right now, right? I mean, this is just the way it is. But this oracle is asking you to remain open to healing connections, and to allow people to be close to you, and trust in the process that draws people in and out of your life, both ways. Resist nothing, and seek the lessons in all of it and the wisdom in all of it. This is beautiful, because this is about healing, guys. Healing and connections. So, immediately I said relationships, but it's relationships of all kind. I even get a very family vibe about this. It can be healing and family connections, or the resolution that someone may have to be loved by a distance. Sometimes you just need to do that. A lot of times with family members, I can attest to that. Sometimes you just love somebody so much, but they're just so damn toxic that you just can't keep them in your energy field and stay in a high vibration. You have to love them from afar. Love them, forgive them, all of that, Just don't harbor any nonsense, nothing like that. But you guys are definitely going to be connecting with energies that you really, really jive with and that you really feel very connected to. Like they're your people kind of energy. So let's pull a Celtic cross spread and see what comes out. Yeah, so your situation right now is the Two of Swords. So you're at a crossroads. Two of Swords is about taking a minute and having to make a decision between two truths, right? Two truths, two paths. This could be two people. This could be two jobs. This could just be two different mindsets. Should I stay or should I go? Should I forgive? Should I not forgive? Should I let this go? Should I hold on to, fill in the blank here, but it's just this idea of two. And that's the situation right now that I'm feeling a lot of you guys are in right now. Okay, and crossing you is this Four of Cups energies, is a restlessness, okay? You're feeling very disappointed. It is a disappointment. It's a disillusionment and something not going the way that you really thought it should be going, would have been going at this point. So guys, this can definitely be, if it has to do with a relationship, it could be you feeling very restless within the relationship, not particularly really excited by it anymore. And the lack of motivation could be for a whole host of reasons. It could be because of the way someone is behaving, or it could be because of changes going on within you and you feeling like they're not growing with you, right? I mean, it could be a whole host of things, but it's you establishing it, if not at least in your subconscious, where if the person doesn't do A, B, and C, I'm not going to be able to stay in this situation long term and feel satisfied. And that's the energy here. But you want to be careful of this, because sometimes when we have this, now because it's crossing you, anytime we have crossing energies, this could be you feeling this or somebody else feeling this about you. You want to be careful, because this can be hiding a deeper truth. And that deeper truth could be an old scar from an old situation that you had in your life, an old hurt, and you feeling the need to protect yourself, or this could be someone feeling the need to protect themselves. But it doesn't matter. It would be the projection of that hurt onto the relationship and looking for things wrong where there may not actually be something wrong. There may be, but there may not be, okay? It really does depend on where you're at. But regardless, there's this feeling of restlessness, okay? Definitely this feeling of restlessness, yeah. Crowning you is the Eight of Cups in reverse. So this is the knowing that you need to walk away. This is Eight of Cups. This isn't like Ace of Cups or Two of Cups. This is Eight of Cups, one cup at a time, over time. And this is you just realizing that what you really want for your life path is not going to happen with this person or this situation. You're feeling a sense of disappointment. Now, this could certainly be some of you losing your job. And let me just backtrack for a minute. With this Four of Cups, this can also certainly be regarding career. You feeling very dissatisfied with where your career is going, the options available to you, your growth potential there, the amount of money that you're realizing you're going to be making there is maybe not enough for your path, and you're feeling quite restless to get out of Dodge, right, when it comes to your career. And this also indicates a leaving energy, right? But in the reverse, this does indicate there's a heaviness about this, but there's a knowing that this is certainly the right thing and you're going into a healthier place, is what I'm saying. Now, this doesn't have to mean like the end of a relationship. It doesn't even have to mean the ending of a job, but it just means it needs to be the ending of what it's been up till now. Because there is a cycle ending here, guys. I mean, we're all going through it. We all are. And now we're all faced with this mirror where we have to say, okay, self, which part of what you have in your backpack are we going to bring, and what are we going to leave behind? Into this next chapter. And this is you recognizing that something can't come with you onto this next phase of your life. Yeah. And we have the Queen of Cups in reverse as your foundation. So the Queen of Cups reverse is telling me that you're not feeling very trusting about really letting yourself open up and let yourself go in a certain area of your life. Anything having to do with your heart space. So this can certainly be with a relationship, right? A significant other, a friendship. Where you're very guarded, you're feeling very, very guarded. And this could even be having to do with your career, where you're going through the motions, but you don't want to fully commit beyond a certain point. You really don't have enough answers, and you're not feeling comfortable with the fact that you don't have enough answers. And I'm getting the feeling like you're feeling this sense of closed off because of feeling like the connections are not quite right. Right? We have this conscious connection. It's not quite right. You're going into a time where you're going to have conscious connections, where things are going to be changing in this area. But I feel like up to this point, Scorpio, you've been feeling like you're trying to fit a circle in a square in a certain part of your life. This can be in your relationship. It can definitely be in your job, in your work situation. It could be in trying to straighten something out with a family member. Again, anything in any kind of relationship having to do with your heart space, I feel like you're very kind of closed off, and yeah, and just not wanting to stick around. There's a sense of disillusionment. You're feeling very unsettled about something. Yeah. Now, in your past, in your recent past, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Beautiful energy in your past, Scorpio. You know, rock on with this. So you were in a place of new beginnings. This could be a new job that you started in your past, and maybe it didn't end up the way they promised it was going to end up, or the way it was going to go. This can certainly be a new connection within a relationship. Because remember, Pentacles isn't only money and resources, guys. It's mental, physical, and emotional connection. It is how we do relationships. It's how we do it. So very interesting to me, because this was either a new cycle in a relationship, because it's an ace. So I feel like there was a newness in the friendship, newness in the relationship, a new job. There was something new in the past that did not pan out the way you really thought it would. And now in the near future, we have the Temperance reverse. So this is an unwillingness to stay in this situation and trying to work it out. The Temperance is an alchemical card. And what that means is I'm going to take what I need and what you need, and we're going to mix it together, and we're going to come up with not only what we each need, but what the greater relationship needs, right? Because there's always three entities in every relationship. It's couple A, couple B, you know, person A, person B rather, and then the relationship itself. Whatever that friendship, you know, family relationship kind of thing, relationship as colleagues, it doesn't matter. That connection is sort of a separate entity from each of your individual selves. And Temperance is about putting everything on the table and what does everybody need? And finding a truth in that, and really trying to blend it together to make it happen. So that in a way, there's a truth in this, there's a forgiveness, there's a healing, you know, but in the reverse, it's telling me that you know that that's not going to happen with this situation, Virgo, because something, Virgo, because you're Virgo, you're dealing with a Virgo, Scorpio, I feel like that you're just knowing that this situation is not, the way it is now is not going to work for you. And that's all I'm going to commit to saying right now. So let's pull where you're at right now. Six of Swords, you're leaving. I mean, at least mentally, and at least for a minute. Now, the Six of Swords actually indicates wanting to at least mentally check out of an unhealthy, unhappy, unsettled situation to go to a healthier place. This can be literally. This can be mentally. Okay, now for many of you, this can mean though you're doing this mentally because you can't quite physically leave the situation. We can't just always do that, right? Even if we're in a situation that we know is all kinds of bad for us, we can't just, okay, pack our bag, bye. I mean, there are things we need to think about. We have to think about the pragmatics and the other side of that. Do we have money? What are we going to do? You can't just quit your job. I mean, I guess you can go in and quit your job. Make sure you have at least 6 months of you know, money for expenses in the bank if you're going to go do that, okay? But right, a lot of times we just can't do that. But this is about you in your mind, moving forward in your mind, away from anything that's negative, that's toxic, that's unsettling. And I really kind of like this. And I do have to say, because we do have the Sagittarius energy, Scorpio, and Sagittarius is fun. Okay? Sagittarius is the seeker, the explorer, and you're going to be pushed to really think about what you want in your life, guys. We have this Chiron and Aries working with us to transform all of us from wounded warriors to soldiers with no limits. This transit started in February 18th of this past, of 19 of this year, and it's not going to finish until April 14th of 2027. So this is the beginning of a chapter of us figuring out what is really possible for us. And we take that Venus and Jupiter conjunct the galactic center in Sagittarius, that's increasing all of our ability to see what's possible for all of us. And I feel like in your mind, at least in your mind, you're going to be recognizing that what you have been in up to this point is just not serving your highest good as it is. Doesn't mean it needs to be over. Let's see what the rest of the cards say. But that form of the cycle, you're not really wanting to have it. And then we only have the High Priestess is an external influence to you. So I really like this. Now, some of you might be getting some really great advice from someone who's been there, done that. This can be you just tapping very much into your higher consciousness and your wisdom. But this is about... And what does all that mean, right? What does all that's a higher consciousness and all of that stuff? It's your intuition. And it's your intuition that's in touch with what's right for you. Because we all know, Scorpio, don't we all know it? Like, when we're in a situation that's really bad for us, we can play so many different kinds of mind games on ourselves to make it seem like it's actually way more positive for us than it is. But we know down in that deep recess, that pit in our gut, we know if we're with somebody who's really not healthy for us. But sometimes it's not so easy to extract ourselves from it. It's the same thing with a job. And it's those questions that end up keeping us, in cement shoes, stuck in a situation. But I feel like this is shifting for you, for those of you who feel like you've been in this space. And what's very interesting to me, though, too, Scorpio archetype is not a sign that can really even feel the need to keep things in. Not that you are blunt to the point of being rude. I'm not suggesting that. But if you feel something and you're truly believing something, you're going to come out and say it, which is, I love that about Scorpios. You're not going to mince words. You're just going to come right out and say it. And I feel like there is a lot of this honesty here for you, that you're actually in a space of willing to be honest about things, for sure. Now, we have the Nine of Wands reverse as your fear. So the Nine of Wands is all about having gone through the war, being really sick and tired of everything, but still feeling like you have a little juice left in you to continue the fight. But in the reverse, this means you just really don't have it in you anymore. And this is a fear. I'm getting that a fear for you is this: you're afraid that you're not going to have the gumption to make the changes that are necessary in your life when it comes down to it. Because sometimes all the time, change is not comfortable. Even if we don't have to move homes, even if we don't have to change jobs, even if we don't have to do anything like that, even if we're just making these fundamental shifts within our relationships, there's a sense of discomfort there. And that's good, guys, because that means we're growing. Because the way the human condition is, if we're comfortable, we're not going to move. It's the way animals are. We're animals, right? If we're warm and cozy in our bed and our belly is full and we don't have to do something, we're not gonna get up and do it. We're not. We're just not. When we feel moved to, okay, but sometimes what spirit and the universe wants for us is not on the same timetable as us. And I feel like you're afraid of that. You're afraid of not having that gumption. And then we have in your outcome, Seven of Swords. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. Who is being the thief here? Who is trying to bastardize your words? Who is trying to deflect on you? Are you trying to do that to somebody? Seven of Swords is about, swords are truth. So you have a bunch of truth here, and somebody's coming in and telling you you're wrong. You're crazy. You don't know what you're talking about, right? No one agrees with what you want to do. Ask anybody. That's gaslighting, deflecting. It's not good. That's very toxic behavior in a relationship. So I am getting that you guys want to make changes here in your life. You want to move out of something. You're getting a lot of resistance. Somebody's trying to do a lot of deflection. I don't like that, Scorpio. I'm going to get some more energies on that. It's pushing you to these conscious connections. I can understand that. Man, I don't blame you at all. Seven of Swords coming in. Stealing your words, twisting them around, telling them your business. Yeah. Ooh, Five of Wands. There's an argument. Two of Wands. Yeah. One more. Nice. Yeah. All right. So we have the Five of Wands, which this is arguing, right? I mean, the Five of Wands is poking each other in the dark. It's a battle of the wills. It's a battle of the wills, you know? Really trying to get to the core of what it is. But the problem with the Five of Wands energy is like you're saying black, the same way, one saying up, one saying down. It's a difficult energy because it's that hamster wheel energy, you know what I mean? It's like over and over and over again. Over and over and over. Yeah, and you're in a space of just feeling like you're not going to be able to grow if you stay in this situation. Because the Three of Pentacles is about growth. It's a trinity. Pentacles is about, being in the 3D, making it happen, and the mental, physical, emotional resources, all of that, making it happen, building. Think about what the architect energy is. Well, I call it the architect energy because that's what it is to me. It's this building. But in reverse, it's telling me that you don't feel like you can. So then we have this Two of Wands energy, which is beautiful because this is you. While you might be a little confused, you're definitely saying, all right, you know what? I gotta go. I gotta go. I have this will to start something fresh on the horizon, And you're gonna do it. I mean, you have the world in your right hand. And the wands are will. And you have the wisdom of your cat. And there's wisdom here from lessons learned. And with the Magician, this is about you making it happen, Scorpio. You're definitely making it happen. So I just see you moving away from this toxicity into a space that's just much healthier, a much healthier path for you. A much healthier path. Yeah. So this could be you leaving a job. You're just realizing, like, you know what, there's really, in the end, if I stay in this job, I'm going to be dying a slow death. This relationship, just knowing that it's toxic. Let's get some more energy, though, in this outcome, please. Page of Wands, yeah, new start. There's healing. Oh, there's a new beginning. You have a new beginning here, Scorpio. So I feel like, okay, so for many of you, I'm going to say that you're leaving a job and you're getting a new one. And the result of getting this new one is it's going to heal you from any scars or any sense of insecurities or vulnerabilities or unnecessary nonsense that you had to deal with these unhealthy people in this job, in this situation. And you're really just going to be in this is a whole new start. The Ace of Swords is a beautiful energy because it does end up illuminating and lightening up any of the potentially negative minor arcanas around it in the spread. This is all about a brand new beginning and framing a new truth for yourself. So if it has to do with career, awesome stuff. If it has to do with a relationship, guys, again, this could be a new building, a new opening in a relationship. But I'm going to go back to the conscious connections because it does depend on where you're at, what station you're at in your life. If you've been with a partner for a long time and you guys are just in a really, really bad space, I do feel like you guys are going to be able to find each other again, really iron things out, have the will to start a new chapter, or at this Page of Wands, find the forgiveness with the blessing of the seven stars, the seven sisters. Stars about, it's like divine intervention kind of healing. It's very beautiful. And again, the Ace of Swords is about a new beginning in a new truth, a new framing of a new truth for yourself. Now, for others of you who have been in no contact, or if you've been in a weird space where you haven't been in a very long-standing relationship, and you know that this person is very toxic for you, that you guys are in no way really meant to go the long haul together. And you know intuitively, Scorpio, you know if this person is meant for you. This tells me that you're going to have energy, is going to be supporting you to just let it go and have a new beginning and heal from whatever it is that you went through and enjoy this new reality that's right in front of you. So these are all really, really positive regardless. But let's pull some lovers oracles to get some clarification. Now, this is going to be specifically only for those of you who are dealing with an intimate relationship, okay, where you need advice. Things maybe are not going so great right now. Maybe you're in no contact. Maybe you're just in in a space where you feel very weak, where you feel like your foundation is quite weak. Love, unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection, attraction. Okay. Abundance, keep a positive mindset, manifest exactly what you want, gratitude, bliss. Beautiful. Let's go for a third. Date. Scorpio, you see what this says? Maybe you could see. Meeting someone new, dating, get back out there, plan, set a date. We have date, love, and abundance. We have the Ace of Swords. We have healing. We have a new cycle. All right, and Scorpio, I have to say it how it is. I think you're moving yourself out of a very toxic situation into something so much better. Those of you dealing with relationships, I mean, come on. Unconditional love, self-love, Scorpio. Self-love. Opening up to conscious connections, not dealing with the bullshit of toxicity anymore. Leaving that in your past so that you can have the love. You're going to go on the date. You're going to make yourself go on the damn date. Go on the date. Get back out there. Because there's abundance waiting for you right here. There's abundance waiting for you. Beautiful. Scorpio, that is what I have for you guys right now. See you guys next week for the beginning of December reads. Good stuff. See you next time. Bye-bye.